And Hare Krishna devotees, please accept my humble obeisances. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayet Shinvatam Swakata Krishna Punyashravana Kirtana Hrudayantosto hi abhadrani vidnoti suhitsatam नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमा श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, The Creation of the Fourth Order, Chapter 4, Sati quits her body, verses 3 and 4. Verse number 3. ततो विनिश्वस्या सती विहाय तं शोकेन रोषेण च दुह्यतरुधा पितृआगतस्त्रेण विमूढधिरगृहन् प्रेम्नात्मनो यो द्रुदम् अदत्सतं प्रिया. Tata, then Viniswasya, breathing very heavily, Sati, Vihaya, leaving, Tam, him, Lord Shiva. Sokena, by bereavement, Rosena by anger, Cha and Duyata afflicted, Ruda with the heart, Pitro of her father, Agat she went, Strena by her womanly nature, Vimuda deluded, Dhi intelligence, Grihan to the house, Premna due to affection, Atmana of his body, Ya who Ardham of Adat gave Satam to the saintly Priya dear. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Translation. Thereafter, Sati left her husband, Lord Shiva, who had given her off his body due to affection, breathing very heavily because of anger and bewilderment. She went to the house of her father. This less intelligent act was due to her being a weak woman. Purport. According to the Vedic conception of family life, the husband gives off his body to his wife, and the wife gives half of her body to her husband. In other words, a husband without a wife or a wife without a husband is incomplete. Vedic marital relationship existed because between Lord Shiva and Sati, but sometimes due to weakness, a woman becomes very much attracted by the members of her father's house, and this happened to Sati. In this verse, it is specifically mentioned that she wanted to leave such a great husband as Shiva because of her womanly weakness. In other words, womanly weakness exists even in the relationship between husband and wife. Generally, separation between husband and wife is due to womanly behavior. Divorce takes place due to womanly weakness. The best course for a woman is to abide by the orders of her husband. That makes family life very peaceful. Sometimes there may be misunderstandings between husband and wife, as found even in such an elevated family relationship as that of Sati and Lord Shiva. But a wife should not leave her husband's protection because of such a misunderstanding. If she does so, it is understood to be due to her womanly weakness. Verse 4. Tam anvagachan druta vikramam satim ekam trinetranoracha sahasrasa sa parsada yaksha maniman madhyaya puro vrashte dastaro sagatavyataha. Tam her sati angavachan followed druta vikramam leaving rapidly. Sati ekam alone Trinetra of Lord Shiva who has three eyes. Anuchara, the followers. Sahasrasa, by thousands. Sa Parshada Yaksha, accompanied by his personal associates and the Yakshas. Mahimat Mada Adaya, Mahiman Mada, etc. Puru, Pura Vrusha, Pura Vrusha Indra, having the Nandi bull in front. Tarasa, swiftly. Gata Vyataha, without fear. Translation. When they saw Sati leaving alone very rapidly, thousands of Lord Shiva's disciples, headed by Maniman and Mada, quickly followed her with his bull Nandi in front and accompanied by the Yakshas. Purport: Sati was going very fast so that she might not be checked by her husband. But she was immediately followed by the many thousands of disciples of Lord Shiva, headed by the Yakshas, Maniman, and Mada. The word Gata Vyatha used in this connection means without fear. Sati did not care that she was going alone. Therefore, she was almost fearless. The word Anuchara is also significant, for it indicates that Lord Shiva's disciples were always ready to sacrifice anything for Lord Shiva. All of them could understand the desire of Shiva, who did not want Sati to go alone. Anuchara means those who immediately understand the purpose of their master. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjala Chalakaya Chakshur Ulmitam Ena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Ena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayyam Dadati Swapadantikam Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Romapada Swamin Iti Namine Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashatya Deshatarine Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. I humbly bow down and seek blessings from all the assembled Vaishnavas. Thank you so much for giving me opportunity to purify myself, and please forgive me for any shortcomings or misinterpretations or any my own speculations. I am summarizing these verses from Srila Prabhupada purport and also have taken some notes from Rompada Swami lecture. So as we are discussing this chapter 4, the context that Sati wants to go to her father's ceremony, that is father's yagna ceremony. So here, but as Shiva said no, but she was reluctant and she strongly attached to the father's side and she wants to go there. The overall here in this context, here Lord Shiva is unquestionably very qualified. So the idea is whether the husband is qualified or not. Yes, he is qualified because he is a great Vaishnava. And the idea of the woman has to is that she has to follow her husband so that everything will be very nice. So there will not be any disturbance at all. Even if she blind, even if she follows blindly, that will be fine. I mean, like because he is a great Vaishnava. And if the disturbance is happening because there is a lacking of qualification, uh, kind of it. So similarly, in our day-to-day life, we are seeing so many disturbances within the marital family. I mean, like within the family life because of Kali Yuga. So a lot of divorces are happening, and family, like husband and family, wife relationships are not strong. Why this is happening in general? So what is the uh, theme behind this? Because this is very real time, very nice application we can use from this words, and we can use in our day-to-day life so that we can become strong. uh, because we are seeing that the people are not qualified. I mean, like the husband especially. Okay, woman wants to follow the husband. Is the husband qualified for everything? No, that's the reason these disturbances are happening. Like how husband pinpoints to the wife pinpoints to the husband, and we are in the situation that who is correct, who is wrong, we are not able to identify also. And due to this, there is a friction arises. And in one of the purports, and Maharaj also states in this class that Prabhupada uses very good example that bamboo fires, nothing but bamboo trees rubbish between the trees. So when there is a huge wind, these trees together they will rub each other, and there will be a sound of disturbance. Even there is a forest fire also. So similarly, those type of disturbances are happening. So because of these misunderstandings to each other. And on the other side, uh, the problem is that Husbands sir keep on saying to wife that you are not qualified, and the real problem is that husband is not a qualified person nowadays technically. Therefore, in this context, Prahlad Maharaj speaks very clearly in the seventh canto that Sri Prahlad Vacha Kaumara Acharet Pragno Dharmam Bhagavatam Iha Durlabam Manusham Janma Tad Api Dhruvam Artadam. Translation is that Prahlad Maharaj said, one who is sufficiently intelligent use this human form of body from the very beginning of life. In other words, from the tender age to childhood, to practice the activities of devotional service, giving up all other engagements. The human body is most rarely achieved, and although temporary like other bodies, it is meaningful because in human life one can perform devotional service. Even a slight amount of sincere devotional service can give one complete perfection. So, the principle is that when we have the strong training and education, there will not be any problem because automatically a person will get lot of qualification, very good qualification. And the training and education is required to bring out the better qualities from the human life, human form, because it's lot of covered. The this there is, since there is no training and education, all our better qualities are covered because of the Kali, and we are seeing a lot of disturbances and some tough circumstances. So, in the absence of strong training and education, what is happening exactly means it's a lot of strong sense gratification is happening. That's the reason. Since they don't know the people in general, they don't have the knowledge of the soul, the trajectory, the soul, who we are, why this human form, and what is the constitutional position of the soul, what is our eternal duty. All these things we are forgotten, and since we don't have the training and knowledge, we don't have the complete meaning of the soul at all, and simply we are doing only things like polished sense gratification, like eating, sleeping, mating, defending. That's it. So everybody, like dogs and hawks, they are also eating what they are on. They are eating on the floor. We are eating on the plate. But that's it. Why we are eating? When we realize the oh, I'm not the body. I'm the only soul. So when we are eating, this is like prasadam. We are getting from the bhumi, example, earth. So from earth, where it is getting, this is like water is coming from up like sky. Then we are through agriculture we are getting the grains, etc. When we realize all these factors eternally, then we will have that knowledge and training, so there will not be any disturbances. Similarly, sleeping, why we need to sleep? We need some rest, okay, but animals are also sleeping same, and go on like mating, defending, etc. So when we don't know all these things in a detailed manner, so all then we will see all the disturbances more likely like animals, like dogs and ox. So in a polished way, we are doing, that's it. So when we have the proper training, when we to achieve the human form of life properly, this brings a lot of purification in our life. So in that way, we will get more qualified. We will be more qualified. So how this training starts? The next question comes: how this training starts? The training is basically starts from Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. That is, of course, Mataji gave very detailed explanation last 40 minutes of this summary prior to this class. Similarly, the first one is Maha Mantra, sacred sound of Krishna's holy name. By chanting, uh, uh, we will get we all the anarthas goes away, and we will get lot of blissful, so etc. Next, and go on like within the, and where we need to do when we are in the association of devotees. Along with that, when we have them in our life, in our house, like deity worship, hearing scriptures, etc. When we do all these devotional activities, those disturbances are very minimum. Even though there are disturbances, that will be rectified. Krishna helps a lot, so that is nothing. Those disturbances are nothing in our in general in our society. So definitely we will be qualified. Husband is qualified, then when wife follows her husband, so it will go very nicely. So next question, okay, when we are chanting the Krishna's name, correct, then we need to understand with our intelligence, that yes, Krishna is the Lord, Supreme Personality of Lord. Like we have a temple, when we visit also we will get all these knowledges. But as a neophyte, like when how we will get those things is a matter. So as we have the small faith, then definitely Krishna will help. And as we are chanting, then we will progress slowly. So because we cannot understand him fully unless we perform devotional service. Like Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita 18:55, Bhaktyamam Abhijanati Vavyan Yas Chasmi Tatvata Tatomam Tatvato Gnatva Vishate Tat Anantaram. The translation is, one can understand me as I am, as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, only by devotional service. And when one is fully consciousness of me by such a devotional, he can enter into the kingdom of God. So the bottom line is that here the Sati's intelligent got bewildered, and she wants to go to participate in Yajna for her father's ceremony, which is conducted by her father. Because of her weak intelligence, she wants to be there in the social area. But in the course of doing that, she is in anger towards her husband, and bewilderment became she's departing. So finally, when husband without wife and wife without husband is incomplete, that's what we say in the purport also. Uh, so here, Lord Shiva gave very good direction to her, but she did not listen, although he is highly qualified person. So the lesson what we can take from here is that when we have the proper training in Krishna consciousness, definitely these disturbances are there will not be any disturbances at all. Even though there will be very minimum, because Krishna helps when we are really surrender unto him. And when we chant nicely, definitely we will get this intelligence so that we can resolve. Because um, even though there's a fighting, if husband keeps quiet, that will be all right. The pause, when he pauses, there will not be any argument, and next the other things will be equal. I mean, like it becomes very smooth and safe. But that is not going on in the society right now. Each and every, like females are pointing each other on their mistakes. That's the reason. Very good application part of this verse. And in the next verse, in the four, Sati is going rapidly to her father's ceremony alone without fear. So basically, in the Vedic culture, if husband want to go to anything, well, like ceremony, or wife won't attend at all. But here, she left the company of her husband and she went alone. But in that context, she knows that she is accompanied with the disciples of Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva's disciples, they understood that, and they helped the mother Sati to reach the her destination. I mean, like father's ceremony. Because here the next part is that when we are accepting as a guru, we need to take the mood of the guru, so so that uh, we can understand the purpose of the master. I mean, see here they understood the Lord Shiva's mood, and they have, without the instruction, they helped the mother Sati. So in this context also, this is one of the lesson what I want to learn is that uh, when we accepted a guru, spiritual master, definitely we need to take that mode, and we need to understand with our intelligent what we need to take some actions like that. And in the following verses, these disciples also helped Mother Sati with the royal possessions and arrangements, which comes in next descriptions of the verses. So from this, I will stop here. And again, thank you so much for the opportunity for my purification. And please forgive me if I have committed any shortcomings or any speculations of my help on my side. So vancha kalpatarubhyasya cha